Hello there and welcome to part 5 of Plastic Free Basics. It's been a little while since I last did one of these videos and this will be the last one in the series. So we've talked about reducing plastic waste with using reusable water bottles instead of buying mineral water in a plastic bottle, a disposable bottle. We have talked about not using plastic bags. We've talked about making sure that we remember our reusable bags, and also about possibly giving away reusable bags that we don't need to people that might need them in shops. We've talked about taking a packed lunch instead of buying things like a meal deal and stuff when we're out and about. And we've talked about using bars of soap. That was the fourth one, wasn't it? So today, in the final session, part 5, I want to talk about, it doesn't immediately seem like it would obviously be a plastic-free thing, but bear with me because it actually really is very helpful. And that's about meal planning. So here's the thing. If you plan what you're going to eat, you will go shopping with a list, you will buy what you need, you won't buy things that you don't need, and therefore you'll generate less waste. Now, that's waste across the board, isn't it? But of course, that includes plastic waste. So, for instance, if you go shopping and grapes is not on your list, you won't buy the grapes in the plastic pot that then gets thrown away. If you need grapes that week, buy grapes that week. Enjoy them. Make sure you recycle the plastic pot. It's the same with all kinds of things that you think you might not need. It's trying to avoid those impulse buys, which just generate more waste that we don't really need, and maybe we don't even eat the food either and it ends up going to waste. So it's really simple. This is what we do in our house. We make a list, can you see that? In a notebook, and it's got the days of the week down the side here, and it's got the food that we're going to eat there. Now, we only do this for our evening meals. I mean, you could do it for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and you know, that would be fine, but we sort of know what we're doing with those things, and we just have a regular sort of supply of, you know, like we always have eggs in, we always have bread to make sandwiches, that sort of stuff, and cereals at breakfast, whatever it is that you like. So we just do it for our main meal, and then based on that we make a list. So this is our shopping list this week. Now, we don't get it all from the same place. Sometimes we will go to a supermarket for some of the things. We'll go to the farm shop. I usually go to Robert Shaw's farm shop. I've just been there this morning. And I've got all of our fresh stuff down here on that side. Sometimes we'll go to a market. If it's dried foods, I will usually go over to a zero waste shop in Hebden Bridge called Wasted. You should go in there, by the way, it's really cool. And get those things when I need them. I don't go there every week because, of course, I make sure that I save. I know that I need quite a few things, and it's worth making a trip then because it is sort of 4 or 5 miles away. So, but later on this evening, my husband will go to Aldi and get the other things. And some of those things, don't think that we have a completely plastic-free life, because we don't. Some of those things will be in plastic. So, for example, grapes is on that list. Things like snack bars is on that list. Jam has got a plastic lid, hasn't it, sometimes. Cheese comes wrapped in plastic. Now, occasionally I will get that from Morrison's, the counter there, and take my own container, but I'm not going to go to Morrison's just for one block of cheese, because that's just a little bit silly, isn't it? So we've planned our shopping list around the meals that are happening next week, and on some of those days we won't be having a meal here, so we know we don't need to buy for that meal. We might be going out, or we might be going to a family member's house or something like that. So that's how we do it. We think it saves us money because we're not buying things we don't need or don't want, and therefore it's saving on packaging, which means we're saving on waste of all kinds, including plastic waste. So that's my top tip for part 5, our final one. I really hope that you've enjoyed these videos and that you've got something out of them. Just really, really simple things that you can do. That doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to be, you know, swampy or try and do everything you possibly can. It's just one step at a time, just making small little changes. And what you'll find is that as you make those small changes, you'll start to think about other things as well. And that's what happened to us. It all started with wanting to make a change on some really small things, like not using plastic bottles, basically, was the first thing I think that we did. We'd already been using reusable bags for a long time. But yeah, and then one thing's led to another, and now we will have reduced our plastic waste probably by 3/4, I think, this last year. That doesn't mean to say we're completely plastic free, but we're trying, and we're really doing everything that we can. Here's the thing, don't feel guilty about the things that you can't do, okay? If you're not in a position to pay that little bit extra to get something that doesn't come wrapped in plastic, then please don't feel guilty about that. But if there's something that you can do, then please do that. And I've tried to make sure that all these tips in these videos don't actually cost you any extra money, in fact probably save you money. So, but maybe you live a life where you can't easily get to somewhere that you can buy things without plastic. Again, please don't feel guilty about that. Just do the things that you can do. And when we all do the things that we can do, it's going to make a massive difference. All right, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.